not a musician, so being a percussionist to play music in my dreams. That's one thing. But then I wake up and realize that I wouldn't have been able to do anything reasonable with that instrument I've been playing in my dreams.
I don't know. Actually, if you're playing it in the dreams, you can probably play it in real life. The way I started playing drums was by hearing it in dreams and then starting to play. That's when I was, young. So, and actually, a lot of the tunes that I've written have come in dreams. So, I think if it's coming to you in a dream, that's a good sign that maybe you could play it in life.
What do you think about if you have to talk about music therapy? What do you think about the unstation consciousness for therapy free?
I play that a lot. It's fantastic. I use that in every workshop that I do. 4 minutes and 33 seconds. It's the best. It brings you to exactly what's going on, and you usually find out that the first thing that it does is it upsets the traditional balance that exists between the performer and the audience. Is that normally in a concert, the performers are here, the audience is there, the performers do this, the audience listen and they go, oh great, and they respond, then the performers bow, and that's, it's like a contract that's built up, an unwritten contract between and so we have it built into our minds in terms of that's how it goes. And as soon as you do 4 minutes and 33 seconds of silence, the first thing that happens is the audience starts to get uncomfortable because they're used to sound coming off the stage, and that gives them somewhere to go. They can relax because there's sound. But when there's no sound, or when there is sound, but there's no sound that the musicians are making, it's all coming from life. You hear people get, and then like this and moving, and But then the second stage of what happens is that people start to get into it. You can tell there's like a group consciousness that happens between the audience and the stage now. Now everybody's together, and now when you hear the bus that goes by the building out front, or somebody walks upstairs, or any sound that occurs in the hall, that starts to become the piece. And I've been involved in a couple performances of that where by the end, at the end of 4 minutes and 33 seconds, it was emotional, and so the piece was over, and you could really feel this like the people in the audience got it, and it was just this thing, and this fantastic applause, and what are we applauding for except just for all being together and sitting in one place and thinking with one mind, kind of, for 4 minutes and 33 seconds. I think it's fantastic. I love it.
What kind of people are in music therapy? Are they mentally sick or?
No. Actually, a lot of them are people. They're therapists. Yeah. People that go and do therapy. You understand? I mean, there's a vocation. It's called a musical therapist. So yeah. So I've been working with those therapists, giving them information and methods for using percussion and starting this free music. I've been doing that.
So you're a kind of consultant?
Like a consultant, yeah. And then the smaller workshops are just, no, actually what there is the people who come and want to take the workshop are just like anybody. Like you might come because you have dreams about music, but maybe you don't play any instrument, but you want to play an instrument. And so the place to start is percussion, because everybody can do this on a drum, or whatever, a little cowbell or woodblock.
Yeah, I don't know very well how to play a keyboard, but you can see what you're playing.
Yeah.
You start very simple line, you pretty get the speed up.
Yeah. And especially when it's simple, so we found the people that are coming to the workshops are geologists and psychologists, lawyers, one guy that owns a toothpick company, hippies, executives, just people,
So when it all started, when you started to learn music therapy and the teacher?
I think about 5 years ago, in 1991, I started to become interested in using, what I do for new reasons, new purposes, And so one thing has led to another. And there's a lot of interest now in this kind of stuff. And, you know, people are looking for something that makes sense. As the world becomes more insane, it becomes more necessary to find things that ground you and make you feel good and, you know, provide some kind of positive, some positive place to put the energy and try to make the world a better place, you know. So, and I don't know really how it is in Europe, but I know in the United States there's a lot of interest in that, and there's more and more momentum and money, institutions putting money into that, bringing workshops into schools and community centers and companies. Yeah, actually, there's a whole thing happening with corporate workshops using sound and drumming that's huge. There's a guy named Arthur Hall who does a lot of that stuff. So,
so it's becoming a major form of therapy.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, and it's almost preventive therapy. You know, it's just stuff people do to keep themselves healthy, to keep them moving and active and involved, and I think it also comes from the fact that, you know, a lot of the music forms that were popular, that maybe are popular, or I don't know, you know, rock and jazz fusion, electric jazz, and all this stuff people used to listen to. It's been done so much now that to hear anything new and different is difficult. If you get any new rock thing, for my ears, any new rock thing, any new electric jazz thing, I put it on, 90% of the time, I couldn't even tell who it is. It's just, it's not bad, but it's not good. It just has no character. It's just bland. And I think that people in general sense that there needs to be a new kind of music, and you get some of what's out there by listening to the music from other parts of the world, but you can also just make it completely in the moment, be part of making that music, and so it becomes like a community thing. It's like tribalism again, and a lot of people that I work with, I see that they have, that's the reason that they're there, is they want to make new music. They want there to be some new musical excitement.
How much having no fear has to do with your philosophy and your work as a therapist?
Well, it doesn't really have anything to do with that, but compared to the first two records that I did, I mean, the stuff on Have No Fear is designed to feel good, and the stuff on the first two records is not necessarily designed to feel good. The stuff on the first two records is more just an expression of my experience, and a lot of that experience I wasn't feeling very good, so, you know. Hey, buddy.